Hey there, fight fans. Today in this video, as part of UFC 291, thrilling face-to-face encounters between the fighters occurred. Now, what was particularly intriguing was the confrontation between Kevin Holland and Michael Chiesa, where Holland never once made eye contact with Chiesa. So why do some fighters avoid making eye contact with their opponents? Also later in the video, fans of Khamzat Chimaev in England staged a really crazy meeting. Sean Strickland could be Robert Whittaker's next opponent. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson surprises UFC fighter Themba Gorimbo after his touching post-fight speech. And that is not all. Israel Adesanya sent an emotional video message as well. And Khabib Nurmagomedov said why he was so worried about Makhachev in the fight with Volkanovski at UFC 284. Javier Mendez, Islam Makhachev's coach, shared his plans to move to welterweight category, and then at the end of the video, Tony Ferguson made a pretty crazy statement. But let's kick things off in order. As avid MMA and UFC fans, we all love analyzing fights and predicting outcomes. Enter Underdog Fantasy, the best and easiest way to play fantasy sports and test your fight prediction skills. Just pick higher or lower on a fighter's stats, and you can win up to 20 times your money in a single night. Picks for UFC 291 are live on Underdog. Think you know MMA? You can make picks on your favorite fighters for UFC 291. Get all your picks right and win up to 20 times your money in a single night. Here are some of the projections available on Underdog. What are your favorite picks? And don't forget to use the promo code GENIALMMA to get you first deposit on Underdog doubled up to $100. Underdog Fantasy is available in many states across the U.S., so check this map to see if you are in one of those eligible states. Again, sign up on UnderdogFantasy.com or download their app. Use the code GENIALMMA and start testing your MMA predicting skills today. Recently, Robert Whittaker made a pretty interesting statement. In a recent interview with MMA Arcade Podcast, the Australian fighter expressed his interest in facing Sean Strickland, since it seems that the potential bout with Adesanya won't materialize in September. Whittaker acknowledged that he couldn't exclude Strickland from the discussion about the next fight considering the circumstances. After his surprising defeat at UFC 290 in Las Vegas against Dricus du Plessis, Whittaker is determined to get back on track and has already returned to training. Although negotiations with other opponents have faced some obstacles, Whittaker remains focused on the following development of events and staying prepared for any opportunity that may arise. Themba Gorimbo, also known as The Answer, impressed the MMA world with a remarkable victory in his first UFC fight against Takashi Sato in May. However, it was his touching post-fight speech that truly caught the attention of many fans and fighters alike. During the speech, the 32-year-old revealed the challenging circumstances he faced before the fight, disclosing that he had only $7 in his bank account. His candid admission prompted several MMA stars to offer their support. Among those touched by his story was none other than Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Moved by Gorimbo's determination and perseverance, The Rock flew to Miami to surprise the UFC fighter at his local gym. The heartwarming encounter left a lasting impact on both Gorimbo and the MMA community.
Man, good to see you.
Also, Israel Adesanya sent a pretty emotional video message to him as well.
Themba, I love you, my brother. Trust me. Like I told you at the club, keep making your videos, keep doing everything you're doing, because even for myself, I take inspiration from your videos because I know the struggle. As a brother, you know, I know the struggle. So I appreciate you. I love you. And I'm so happy for you. So happy The Rock pulled up on you like that, and to see you show your emotion, fucking beautiful. You're the fucking man, Themba. Love you.
Now, Khabib Nurmagomedov has said why he was so worried about Makhachev in the fight with Volkanovski at UFC 284.
Да, я думаю, это самый сложный бой, я думаю. Ну, потому что для меня это было эмоционально сложно. Потому что тяжелый бой, там вдали от родины, акклиматизация на восстановление на 11 часов меньше, чем в Абу-Даби. Для ислама это очень важно было, когда у тебя есть 11 часов больше, чем ты, ну, на восстановление время, ты можешь один раз поспать, еще один раз покушать, набрать еще 2-3 кило. Но это такой тяжелый момент был. Я все это понимал. Может, для таких, как ты, зрителей, это ты просто смотришь, ты же не знаешь вот это все за кулисами. А я все это понимал. Я знал, что что после взвешивания они в клетку войдут через 28 часов, а в Абу-Даби с Оливейрой Ислам заходил через 39 часов. А это очень большая разница. И еще часовое время, Австралия и так далее. Но это как бы не отмазки, я просто привожу факты, что было, почему я переживал. И меня, конечно, не было первый раз в жизни, меня не было рядом. И я, очень сильно переживал.
And Javier Mendez, Islam Makhachev's coach, shared his plans to move to the welterweight category, saying, "I am looking forward to this fight because it will be the best. After that, I'd like Islam to challenge himself at welterweight. If that's what he still wants, of course. But he talked about it anyway. I know that Islam really wants to move up to welterweight, but there is still some unfinished business. A lot of people want to see him fight Alexander Volkanovski," Mendez stated on the YouTube podcast. Now, fans of Khamzat Chimaev in England staged a very crazy meeting. And Tony Ferguson made a pretty crazy statement. He is not going to end his career. He is sure that he will still be fighting for the title of champion.
But no, I'm a dreamer. I'm a big dreamer, and I dream big, and I guarantee it's going to happen.
Now, as you remember, the fight against Nate Diaz was a pretty tough one for Tony. He appeared to have lost all speed, technical variety, and unpredictability. And despite that, the most notable aspect was his relentlessness to keep fighting on. For the first time in his UFC career, Tony was choked out, and it happened with just a regular guillotine choke. Prior to that fight, Tony had never tapped, even when joints were broken and tendons were torn. But unfortunately, Ferguson is no longer the same. All MMA fans want him to end his career beautifully. But this time, it will be too difficult for him to do it because Bobby Green, well, he's not going to be an easy match for Tony. Bobby is a veteran, having defeated some fairly well-known opponents, Al Iaquinta, Josh Thompson, Clay Guida. Even not that long ago, Green performed really well against Rafael Fiziev, completely interrupting him in the third round. Now, everyone knows that Ferguson's physical peak, based on endurance, pace, strong jaw, and character, well, that's now gone, and time does not spare anyone, even an extremely experienced athlete like him. But Ferguson is not going to end his career. He still wants to go for the title of champion, saying, "I will finish when I want to, but I also have to do what I have to do to achieve what I want. 5 fights and a title," Ferguson stated at a press conference. But what do you all think? Does he have a chance to beat Bobby Green? Not to mention winning 5.
Dope. I just put one on the ring. You know what I'm saying? Big mouth. People's champ. Little ice on the wrist. Boys don't play with the gliss.
As part of UFC 291, a thrilling face-to-face encounter happened between the participants. And what was really intriguing was that confrontation between Kevin Holland and Michael Chiesa, where Holland never once made eye contact with him. So why do some fighters avoid making contact? Well, I don't think that he's afraid of him. Even John Jones doesn't really like to make eye contact with his opponent. But once that octagon cage closes, he does what he does best, and we all know that. So I am pretty interested to see what you guys think about this, and go ahead and leave your thoughts down in the comment. So that is all for today. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel because it is very important to us, and thank you all in advance.